Hello, Gino. How are you? As promised, we're gonna work together. Let me adjust my camera on this Navy hymn. So, in your email, you should have the lead sheet. So, pull that out and pull out a pencil, and then eventually, this might be a bit of a long video. So, I think that we're not only going to learn this particular song, but I'm going to try to, through this process, share, well, how did I go about coming up with this? Well, on a lead sheet, it's good to know how to read the treble clef. That way you can get the melody. The melody. So, on the treble clef, the lines are every good boy does fine. E, G, B, D, F, going from the bottom to the top. That's how you read notes on the treble clef. In the spaces are F, A, C, and E. 4 spaces, 5 lines, going from the bottom up. You can write that over to the side somewhere. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to identify these melody notes. Once we do that, then we see chords up here. So we need a chord with that melody note on it, and we're home free. Now, I'll go over it, a few times. So the first thing to do is let's get the melody. And I'm going to call these notes off. If you want to write them down, on your sheet, go right ahead. The first note is a C. That's an E, another E. G, G, F, F, excuse me, A, G. So, on the first line, C, E, E, G, G, A, G, G. Now there's a little dotted quarter note followed by a eighth note. So that sounds like. So we'll come back and we'll put chords on top of that, and then plus I'll get my guitar out. Let's go to the second line. The first note is a C. C, D, B, G, G, F sharp, G, D, F, 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 E, E. I took care of the second line. So let's do that. Let me call those off without playing. On the second line, the notes are C, D, B, G, G, F sharp, G, D, F natural, E, E. And it sounds like. All right, let's do the third line. Third line is G. That's a B, G, F sharp, E, A. Okay, that was the third line. Let me just call the notes off on the third line in case you're writing them down. First note is a G, G, F sharp, B, G, F sharp, E, A. And it sounds like. All right, 2 more lines to go and we're done with the melody. On the fourth line, it's G, F sharp, E, without playing. Fourth line, G, F sharp, E, 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 F natural, F natural, F sharp, F sharp, G, G. Okay, last line. It's G, A, G, E, D, C, C. So the last line is G, A, G, E, D, C, C. G, A, G, D, C, C. Okay, now you got the melody down. Now, we see the chord symbols up top. We need a chord shape that puts that melody on the top. The next part, let me get my guitar now. The next part is a bit of arranging. And this is going to be to your taste. You might arrange it a little differently than I would, but you don't have to play chords on every single note. Sometimes you can play single notes. Now, let me get my camera down here so you can see the guitar and zoom in just a bit. So, the first note is a C, and I think I'm going to just play it. There. Maybe I'll use my third finger. Now I need a C chord with an E on as the top note, and that is this shape. This is very familiar to you. So I start off with. Now, the C chord is still in fourth, but now I need a C with a G on the top. I could have played this regular C, but I did sexy C because it's kind of a haunting, beautiful song. So why not make it as beautiful as possible? Now I need an F with an A on the top. Now I can either go here or here. That C, of course, going to repeat themselves. Now I need that C with a G on the top. So let's just do that much. So we got chord on the first line says G over a B bass. So that's a G chord over a B bass. So I had to figure that out. So that I said we're going to play 7, 7, 9, 7, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 8, 9, like this. Oh no. Wait, 7x 7, 8, 9. So if you take the B away, that's GBD. Just a regular old plain old G triad with this B on the bottom. Got that? 7x 7, 9, 8. Now we got 3 chords on the second line: A minor, D, and G. Now that D is kind of fast. It really should be a 2-5-1 A minor D7 G, but I tried a couple stabs at it, and I'm gonna play it like this. So really, I did a D minor, A minor. You know this chord. Take your middle finger. That's a D minor. If you want to play a D7, but I didn't like that. So I went A minor. Or that's a G, or you could have played it this way. Just like we played F here, play G here. So let's do that one more time. A minor, D minor, G major. Now in the next note, I'm just going to play a note. Now this next chord is kind of pretty. It's a D7 sus. So this one I think you are familiar with. This is a D7 off the D is on the 5th string, but I'm going to stretch my pinky to the G. That gives me the sus. Bring the pinky in. Now I need a G with a G on the top. Now you might remember from our C exercises that would be this chord. Now, if you can't see it, it is X. Where am I? 10, 9, 9, 8. 10, 9, 9, 8. X. Middle 4 strings. You might remember when we played a C chord, we played it this way. There's a C, plus there's another C. There's C's on both sides of this. So we're going to do the same thing here. It's just, this G. So let's work on the second line again. So we got an A minor. Single note. Oops, sorry. Now come down here and get this G. And let me just say that you notice that I'm not really trying to work on rhythm. Rhythm comes last once you got the chords down. You're going to clunk around with the rhythm, but eventually the rhythm will gel itself up. The next part of the song is kind of sequential. Drink a little coffee here. So we went da 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 da. Now we got a D. So where the heck is D? Here it is. Now this chord says G7 over B, which is this. You should be familiar with this chord, but in case you're not, that chord, if you want to write it down, is 7, X, 5, 7, 6. 100 years ago, we were playing G7 chords. We started here. We went to here. We went to here. And then we went to here. 100 years ago. So the second one, take your G off the D string and then wrap your hand around. G wants to go to C. melody note twice. Here's our old friend C with a E on E on the top. Now it says A7 over C sharp. That's the same shape we just played. So A7, here's G7, right? Now I'm on A7 over a C sharp. And I'm going to go to a D. That's a pattern. That's it. That's a pattern. It goes. Got that? Got that? Then the next note is a B. So I can play it here. Oh no, I lost my place on the music. Yeah, it's a B. Oh, that was a A. There's a B. Now we need an E minor with a G on the top, which is our old friend here. So let's work right there. Let's take that little piece. So we had a B. I'm right in the middle of the third line. B. Now it has a chord over it, but like I say, you don't have to play a chord on every one. And then I'll have an E minor with a G on the top. Lift all my fingers up and leave the bar. That gives me the F sharp. And this is an E minor 9, really. This might be a new chord. X 4 5 4 5 4 5 4 5. Railroad tracks. So one more time. B, E minor. Oops, E minor. I said not F minor. And the last chord in that line says A minor with the A on the top. So that's easy. Now we got an E minor with a G on the top again, which is we just played that. So in essence, we're playing the same thing twice. Now I got it. The bass note is slightly different on the guitar. Unless your name is Stretch Armstrong, I'm just not going to worry about that. Now the E minor shifts to a C7. Now we got an F with an F on the top. So we know root position, a root with a root on the top gives us right back to this position again. D7 with the third on the top. These should be familiar chords. G with the G on the top. There's our position. Let's change that to a G7. Now we need a C with the fifth on the top. There. It's already there in the melody, so let's make it sexy again. We need a D7 with an A on the top. So we're going to do railroad tracks here, but we need that A on the top. Didn't it? run through this one more time. I think I'll explain the chords that are maybe new to you. The rest of them are just familiar. It's just a matter of choosing the right voicing. And then once you get all that, excuse me, I have to sneeze here for some reason. And I don't have a mute button here at all. Okay, it went away. Might come back though, so watch out. Okay, my friend, that's the song you requested, so that's what you got. Play with that a little bit, and then if you have any questions at all, I will see you on Thursday.